Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What's up, my beautiful people? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. We are here. Oops. We are here to talk about the weekly energies. The week of December 1st, December 7th, 2020. Can you believe that we're in December already? Holy shenanigans. This is crazy. So, what is going on in the world today and this week, huh? Thank you guys for showing up and jumping on. I appreciate you guys, all you guys' amazing support and love and gratitude. Real quick, I have a couple announcements. Okay, first, I want to remind you guys when you order a reading from me, okay, it goes through PayPal on my website, and then PayPal sends me a confirmation notice, and I respond from that confirmation email to you to schedule the time. I'm still working on creating a new scheduling system, but for right now, that's what I got. Okay. Yeah, these energies are fucking intense. All right. Don't forget, also, during Sagittarius season, 40% off readings. And these readings have been super, super powerful lately. Okay. Take advantage of this deal, guys. I want to help as many people as possible, and a lot of great work that we're doing here. Okay, so 40% off. Go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com. All right. Also, for my opportunity community, okay, we're growing and things are happening. All right, I'm loving to see all these new people coming alive and joining the cause, if you will, and networking and really, it's just making this light shine brighter and brighter. And I'm so grateful for it. This week, our opportunity community Zoom meeting is going to be on Thursday at 2 p.m. Okay, I sent out an email blast so all you guys can get it, but just to remind you, Thursday, 2 p.m. will be the day and time that we connect this week. And don't forget, everyone that jumps on there, bring one person, okay? Because as all you guys can see now, and I'm sure you understand how incredibly important connection is, community is, right? This energy is showing us the divide in such a deep and real way that we're going to start to see some pretty interesting things coming up here in the near future. What do I mean by that? Well, you thought the energy was intense. Now, before, right? December is where it pops, like the bottle pops. All right, we're popping from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. Okay, from the third density to fourth density. Okay, there's a little bit of difference, and I'll explain that a little bit. What's up, Spiritual Gardener? All right, sweet. All right, Robin, that's awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you for being on here. I appreciate you guys. All right, so we are going to start to notice and realize and see, like all of us empaths, all of us starseeds, all the ones that have been doing this work for a long time and really understanding. It's like thank you very much. Bam. It's like we're being activated right now in a very, very deep way. Like in a way, our souls have known that this was coming for a long time, right? But now that it's happening, it's like, holy shit. Wow, I got to get my shit together, right? And as this energy is really starting to come up, we are now in eclipse season. And now that we're in eclipse season, it's this new energy of like, okay, now there was like, if we're on a train track, all right, it shifted onto the other side of the train track. So now we're going down to the other side that we've never been down before. However, we have been gifted with sight in our heart that is saying, yes, this is where we're meant to go. This is what we were brought on this planet to do right now in this incarnation. This is what we're here for, guys. So the tricky thing is, though, it's going to require a different thought process, a different way for us to think and approach and manage emotions. Okay, because these emotions are so powerful, so strong. But the thing that's going to be really, really intense, all right, is that we are coming into a place where a lot of people that we love and care about are not connected to this energy. So if you're starting to see some separations in your family, some separations in your friends, some different things going on where their belief systems are getting solidified in these other directions, and you're like, well, fuck, like I want to help them. What do I do? How do I make this happen? That's where the difficult work is going to be. And that is where we really have to stand in our true authentic power. Okay, because self-love must come before love of others, even with family, with anybody else, children, family, friends, whatever. So like say, you know, you're in your mid 40s, you know, you have a teenager and they want to go in the other direction. You have to stay in your lane. This is cosmic. This isn't up to you. This is beyond us. And that ego desire to want them to come with, which of course we all want the best, right? And we have to hold that place in our heart for wanting, you know, the best for the people that we love and care about. But the fact is that some people are not going to want to come with us in this place. And we have to be okay with that. This is a lot of acceptance, right? There's a lot about allowing yourselves to receive, number one, and allowing other people to do what they're going to do. You can plant the seed, but you got to plant the seed and let it go. That's how the fifth dimension works. We create from within, right? We sit here and with love in our heart, we make each decision that we make. With love in our heart, what's up, Rose? With love in our heart, we step into what we know that we're meant to do, what we meant to you know, show the world. And through self-love, through what we're doing, through taking care of ourselves, right? That's how we help others. That's how we create the win-win situations. I'll give you a perfect example of what I'm going through right now, right? With my right shoulder, I have a torn tricep. Okay, I just found that additional out. Okay, torn tricep. I have a torn labrum. I have a torn supraspinatus, a torn subscapularis, and there's something funky going on in my pec minor too. All right. So with that, I have to I have to invest my time, my energy, and my money into healing this, because I believe 100% that I can heal this naturally without surgery. Most people would freak out and be like, fuck, okay, I need to get some surgery done. What, you know, if they cut open, I will not get cut open. All right. I didn't realize that this was that bad. I've been carrying around this deep pain from all the stuff that, you know, I'm an empath just like you guys, right? So I have a habit, an old pattern where I would carry everybody else's shit. No more, because I literally could not handle it. It got too much. And when it got too much, that is when I saw it. So this is where we're learning, right? When these lessons start to get beyond the place where our ego can even handle it, this is where we're like, okay, this is where the changes to happen. This is where it's going to happen. And this is what I'm going to do. Okay. So whatever, Rule Gemini 2, North Node energy. Okay. I didn't know that. Good to know. Thank you, Spiritual Gardener. So, you know, this is where I definitely felt like a surge of energy last month in my heart chakra, very deep in like the middle of my back. Okay. So, and that made me think that I may have had like a slipped disc because the pain was so bad. However, I've been doing a lot of work on myself, and now with the microscopy, with this thing I'm coming into, that I'm going to start. So I'm going to start bringing this out to you guys next week. Okay. Next Monday, I'm going to start, and I want you guys to hold me accountable. Okay. I'm going to start doing microscopy every morning, 9 a.m. Okay. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to show you guys where my blood is at. There is no hiding. Blood shows consciousness. Okay. So I can tell you guys what I'm feeling, but the blood is going to show what's really going on in my physiological, in my soul, in my spirit. And once you guys start to see how this stuff works, you are going to be blown away. And this is how I'm going to navigate my healing. So, you know, we all need to be held accountable. That's why in the opportunity community, I created the accountability buddy system, right? And accountability buddy is a pretty funny and cool little name, I think. So, but this is an example, a platform for what this energy that we're moving into is all about. Okay, the age of Aquarius is about I help you, you help me, win-win. It's more of a barter, like my service is valued at this much, your service is valued at this much, so let's work with each other. The way that we equate a value system is going to start to shift big time. I mean, especially with all the stuff going on in the world, look at what's going on in the world right now, right? Like a lot of people are going to have to find new ways to create, right? Bam, this shit looks fucking. And I'm gonna send out a blast for this tattoo, because this chick, she's an up and comer in Vegas, guys, and she killed it. I am the most happy with this tattoo, I think, out of any tattoo I've ever gotten. She did a amazing job. She's tapped in, turned on. She knows her shit. She's young, and she has a very bright future ahead of herself. So I'm gonna blast her out here pretty soon with a picture. Anybody in Vegas that you know that needs some that needs some ink or some artwork done, fucking, this is the chick to do it. Okay, so this week we are in or coming into this nucleus of this deeply transformative energy. Now, this energy, this month, this week, this is going to be unlike anything we've ever experienced in our lives. Okay, this is massive. So we have to remember who we are. And this is where taking things one step at a time and being who we are, us, okay? Putting ourselves first is critical. Be sure you are putting yourself first, okay? So putting yourself first, the people that have good intentions for you and that love you and that want to see the best for you are going to be attracted, be magnetized to that kind of energy. Okay? So important. So today we start out with a bang. By the way, today is my beautiful blessing daughter's birthday. So happy birthday, Aya. I love you so much. Thank you for coming into this world, and thank you for being the biggest blessing that I've ever had and for changing my life. I love you so much. My daughter's 3 years old today. The light of my life. So, with that being said, you want microscopy is their prep work. No, you just have to be fasted. You cannot eat within 3 hours of getting your blood looked at, because the body is usually breaking down food for about a 3 hour time frame. And even if you haven't eaten in 3 hours, if there is still cellular debris, then we can identify, issues with your digestion too. So, you want about 3 to 5 hours. You want to be fasted. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate you, man. All right. I'm going to bring up the chart here real quick. If you're on Instagram, you can go over to YouTube. Okay. And I'll be bringing up the chart so you can see it on there. And we will jump into these energies on a deeper level here. Okay. So as you can see, December 1st, today, we have a yod. What a powerful and beautiful aspect. Now, this is a yod that's coming off of an eclipse. Okay. So this is like, might as well just throw some more shit in there. Okay. So of course, this eclipse is divinely guided, is very, very powerful. And it has Saturn involved in it. Okay. So with Saturn being involved in it, this is about the structure of our consciousness, the structure of our life. Okay. And it is Saturn is sextile to Mercury. So we are starting to see and understand what we have to do to set these things in motion. And we're feeling that essential urge, that push, like, okay, I got to make this shit happen. I need to move forward in my life. I need to get this going. I need to create this new world that I want to be. Okay. And now with this may bring some difficulties. Okay. Like, for example, suddenly, like your parent might get sick, or your kid might not be able to go to the school the same way, or, some emergency might happen where it completely disrupts your natural schedule, right? So, but this is going to force you to have to improvise, and that improvisation or that shift in your schedule is going to bring you energetically exactly where you need to be to focus on this energy that needs to come out. This whole month is going to be a massive purge, guys. And I got to say that some people that are not ready or willing to face themselves or face this energy, they will not make it. That's how powerful. December 21st is this time. We've been talking about this for years. Fuck, I mean, this is actually December 21st is the event of the, if you want to say, apocalypse that even the Bible talks about. This is that place because we are going, even the sun is going to be, supposedly solar flares are going to be like off the chains, something we haven't seen in thousands of years. And we have solar flares, we have cosmic gamma vibrational energy that's going to be blanketing our earth. And when it does, it affects Pachamama. It affects the vibration of our world, right? That's why our world is in such peril and chaos right now, because it's purging all the crap and it's detoxing. Our entire world is going through a massive detox. So if people are not willing to detoxify themselves emotionally, physically, spiritually, then that lack of health will ultimately send them to the next realm. Now, going through this experience and process, I'm sure a lot of you, myself included, are getting a different understanding and realization of death, or the concept of life and death. Death is just a transitory phase. For a lot of people, like depending on how well you're connected with your heart, how much your heart's open, or depending on how well you know yourself, is going to depend upon how deeply you feel that acceptance, that peace with death. Like I've had many ego deaths in my life. And I've also had a couple very close near-death experiences, when I was in the military and even when I was younger than that. So having those experiences changes you very much. It makes you see things, feel things, understand things on a whole different level. When you finally get to the place that you acknowledge and accept that, okay, death is a part of life. It's simply like we grow up and we grow into an adult. That is death of the old you and a birthing of the new you, right? We are going through the biggest death and rebirth that we've ever seen in our lives, guys, like by far. And this is the death of the third dimension, birth of the fifth dimension as a collective. All right, lips are chapped. So having this death and rebirth, everyone in this world is going through it in some way. And some people may not be able to handle the higher vibrational energy of the fifth dimension. This week we're going to start to see people coming into that place of, I don't know if I can handle this, right? They don't know if they can handle it because they're not willing to surrender. They feel like the surrender is going to kill them. And in fact, if they don't allow themselves, if they haven't been doing the work, it just might. Okay? But just know that this is where we have to put our trust and faith in the universe. Okay? And remember that this is all by divine order. You can't really deny it at this point. It's really obvious. The answers and the signs and synchronicities are all around. I was reading somewhere today, they found another one of those monoliths in Romania. They had one here in the United States, in Utah, literally like 3 hours from where I live. And I'm sure they're going to find a few more. I don't know if that's somebody that's messing with people or if it's some extraterrestrial thing going on where they're activating some kind of energetics, because if you think about it, those places could be like vortexes. I know Utah's a vortex. I don't know about Romania. But if you guys know any more information about that than I do, please let me know. Put it in the comments. Because I'd be interested to hear that. Okay? So, we are going through essentially a collective dark night of the soul. So anybody that's over 30 that's been through this Saturn return, okay? This is where we are all together, like in a big ass spaceship, just evolving. Okay, so embrace the evolution. This is great. The cleaner that your body is, the cleaner your mind can be, and the more that this spiritual energy can empower you to be. This is what we have been preparing for, really this year, but all our lives. But consciously focused on, like, since the Saturn-Pluto conjunction on January 12th. 2020, We knew something was going to happen, something massive was going to transform. And now we're starting to really see it, and we're realizing, hey, this shit is no joke, dude. Like, this is legit. This is where we are meant to be. So we're now seeing and understanding that these energies are here for a reason, because our world has been run, controlled by a very dark entity or entities. Okay? That is being purged out. That is no longer going to happen. We are moving into a higher vibration and a better world where the rules are going to be different, and the rules are going to be like what feels right. Right? Because look, the fact of the matter is, we've done a lot of shadow work. We've done a lot of work on ourselves. And because we've done all this work within ourselves, it's hit that 100th monkey point, right? If you guys don't know what the 100th monkey theory is, it's basically, they did a project many years ago. I don't know when this happened, but they gave, I think it was, they gave a group of chimpanzees like bananas, and chimpanzees on another continent, after they gave a certain amount of them, they started finding their own bananas and actually eating their own bananas. Or that may be wrong. I haven't looked into that in a while, but basically when a certain percentage of people or consciousnesses activate certain parts of their brain, it will influence the super consciousness of the world. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Okay, just like, look at Facebook is a perfect example. When Facebook blew up, okay, first it was just like this little, like, people in like colleges and stuff were all like secret squirrel. You had to be someone special to get in. Now it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Well, right now, consciousness has awakened so much that the dark cannot hide amongst the light anymore. The light is taking over. Now, people that have been addicted or stuck or, been really ingrained in that darkness, they ain't having much fun right now, guys. They're hurting, right? So you read that people were seen dismantling the one in Utah in the middle of the night. I'm sure it was probably, some people playing a fucking game. But now that there's one in Romania, like, they're communicating all over the world. It's whatever that monolith thing means. There's probably some kind of subliminal message in there, like, with go watch, what is it, Space Odyssey 2001, and see what messages you get from that movie. That's what I would recommend, because maybe we're coming into something that has to do with that. I don't know. I don't have a clear feeling about that, but whatever it is, expect the unexpected, especially coming to Aquarius season. Now, I will say the shadow side of the Aquarius season, right? What's up, Rich? Thanks for jumping on here, brother. That was you. That fucking broke down the monolith. You bastard. We are, so, man, I just lost my train of thought. Shit. Okay. I'm going to go back to the charts here. So, Yod, today, all right? This is giving us a glimpse, a powerful push of hope and excitement into this new eclipse energy, right? And as we move into this, into this nucleus of this energy of this eclipse, now we're flushing out the rest of the Capricorn Cancer axis, which is structure, like deep emotional, looking for that core within us, looking for that place that feels like peace inside. Okay, we've dug as deep as we can go. Now it's time to take everything that we've dug and express it. Take it out into the world and, hey, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is what I believe in. This is all my shadow shit that I've come up, and this is what I've learned. And everything that we've learned is what we're here to teach the collective. So you're going to start to see a lot more people doing what they love, which, yay! Because too many people, right, have been working jobs that they fucking hate to buy shit they don't need, right? This is all about learning what's really important, a whole shift in perspective of what's really important, what really matters in my life. Who do I really want to be? How can I help humanity? Aquarius is all about being the philanthropist, right? How can I help humanity, and how can I get out there and share my gift with the world? Right? Me being an Aquarius moon, like a lot of us already do that, but that whole meaning of that is going to get a lot deeper and a lot more fundamental. It's going to become like how our society functions and acts. Now, I will say that there's most likely going to be some resistance and some, probably some people freaking out, along with, all the political shit that's going on in the world. That stuff's still going to take here another month, 2 months to solidify this next chapter. But once it's solidified, there's going to be this very rebellious kind of energy that's going to come around. And that's where it's all of us just going to really, like, each step we go into this, we're going to have like, okay, we're really here. Now we got to really man up. Now we got to really take this serious. Now we got to really, step into our action. Now we got to really, really embody our gift, and really move into what we know and feel is right in our heart. It's going to be, this is literally like, it could potentially be like the zombie apocalypse, right? And the zombies are going to be the ones that are getting, all suppressed or watching the news 24/7 or getting that's coming out pretty soon, right? Do not get that. I hope you guys know what I mean by because that shit will, I literally read something the other day where it says it disconnects you from God. It will make you a GMO. It will pretty much keep you stuck in the third dimensional energy space. It'll connect you to this hub, the cloud. If you want to be connected to a cloud where another human being is going to have access to be able to control it, well, then that's on you. I'm going to stay connected to my source up here and be free. Okay. I don't want to be a prisoner in my mind about that shit. I worked way too hard. No, thank you. All right. Stay away from that shit. So that's what we have going on today. And of course, we are moving further and further into these energy, this Jupiter and Saturn is getting closer and closer. So, and not to mention too, that Chiron is slowing down and it's going to go direct, I believe, on the 15th to the 14th. Okay. So 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, Chiron is pretty much sitting still. So this Chiron energy is going to be powerful as well. All right. And also, okay, too, Mars now at 17 degrees, speeding up. It's coming towards that last third of 3 Mars Pluto squares. I haven't seen a whole lot of people talking about that, but I feel like that's going to be a massive, massive, just bow. That's going to be you either get it, you don't. Like, Mars Pluto squares are some of the most intense and, to be perfectly honest, some of the most difficult aspects in astrology. And we've had, this is a third of 3. So this is what is beating us home. Like, okay, you get it. You're in the new place. This is who you're going to be. We're stamping it. We're solidifying it. We're closing out this chapter. You've learned everything that you're going to learn. So what are you willing to open up to? Right? We are all just completely opened up right now to all this energy and inviting it all in, and it's changing us at the DNA level. This month is literally a month of DNA activation, guys. There's no such thing as junk DNA. DNA has a purpose, and every single molecule, every single atom that's in there, it has a purpose. And a lot of the purpose beyond the 3% that they say is active, which I don't even know if that's accurate. Beyond that, I mean, we have so much more in our brain that'll, when activated, I mean, imagine the things that we can create with our extrasensory perceptions, right? Levitation is possible. Moving things with your hands, telekinesis, all these superhero moves that we see, that shit is possible. We just have to activate our minds. And this is what's going on. The more clean we are, the more aligned we are, the more activated our DNA is, the more activated our brain is. Okay, in a higher vibration, that is where shit just starts happening, yo. Fuck yeah. So we have Venus at 14 degrees of Scorpio, trine over to Neptune. This is beautiful. So beautiful. I didn't even notice that till right now. So we have a grand water trine happening this week as well. This is humongous. This is great for just connecting emotionally to yourself and to the people that you love and care about. This is where people are going to have emotional epiphanies. Oh my God, I feel this way. Oh my God, I want this. Oh my God, this is where I want to go. Oh my God, this, oh my God, oh my God. Right? Oh my God. This is massive. And especially with Neptune still square the nodes with Venus in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio is deep. It's detective. It's like, yes, this is what I want. Let's go do this together. I want to feel this way. I want to make this happen. Let's create this beautiful picture together, right? Very, very sexual energy too, because Venus in Scorpio is super psychically sexual, very tantric, Kundalini kind of feeling. Yes, I have my Venus in Scorpio, as many of you already know. All right. And, you know, as we're basically already sitting in this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, because they're just 2 degrees apart now, and they're going to get closer and closer and closer. Okay. So as we come to the 3rd, okay, that trine breaks down a little bit, but now we're going to be having the moon opposing over to Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto. So on the 3rd, and you know, on the 3rd, because that's very clumped into one little area. So probably like later on at night in the 3rd, on December 3rd, we're going to be feeling or we're going to be seeing like, man, this is what's coming. This is what I got to do. Like really feeling deeply into, like, if you have a situation going on, you're going to be really feeling deeply into what this means for your life. Like whatever is going on in your world, it's going to have a much deeper meaning. And that meaning is going to start to unfold, and it's going to start to embody itself in our energy. It's going to start to really activate these deeper levels of understanding and realizations within us. And of course, you know, with the Mars coming closer to Pluto as well, it's almost like there's this like, I've got to do this now. I've got to figure this out. I've got to make it happen. But at the same time, as it's so intense, it's bringing in this like, okay, but I got to make this happen, but I got to love myself while I'm doing it. It's allowing us to go deeper while sustaining this self-love position in ourselves. And that is where that gives us the energy to punch through this sort of placenta. It's like an energetic placenta that we're like about to break. The energetic placenta is going to really break open on the 21st, on or around the 21st. Big stuff, guys. So we have now we have on the 4th, December 4th, we have Venus that's going to be quincunxing to Mars. And let's see, we have Mercury that's going to be quincunxing to Uranus. So once this massive emotional, what the hell is going on, or like this emotional, I want to do this, I want to make this happen, then we're going to have a flood of like, okay, how the fuck do I do this? Right? So have you been noticing, right? I want to ask you guys, especially in the chat, have you guys been noticing that there's been a lot of ups and downs with like, feeling like, okay, I'm ready, this beautiful future is going to exist, and then suddenly feeling like, how the hell am I going to do this? Oh my God, like, I don't have the energy, I don't know what's going on, like, way up and down, way back and forth, way like the future is bright and beautiful and utopia to holy shit, what the hell is going on? How am I going to handle it, right? That is definitely what's going on here. Very, very intense. Equality, inclusive, all things are possible. Ride the wave and focus intent. Thanks for the read and share. Blessings. Yeah. What is DNA? Okay, so if you don't know what DNA is, just so I figure I'll share with everybody. DNA is the blueprint of who we are. It is the genetic makeup that creates us. It is what decides what our hair color is like, if you know, what our eye color is like, the things that, you know, what our skin color is like, what our organs are. It's the blueprint for what makes anything organic, because anything organic, anything that's alive has DNA, right? So DNA is like, DNA is so fascinating, like stem cell therapies, and you know, even these new are going all the way down to the DNA level. And that part of it's scary as fuck. But the other part of it, the other healing part of it, with especially with vibration technologies and magnetic technologies and microscopy, which we'll be seeing very soon, all these things can get all the way down to the DNA level. And then we see just how interconnected the emotional, physical, and spiritual body really is. Because there's always an influence or effect when it comes to like the physical or emotional bodies. And you know, between the ages of 1 and 7 is when we get all of our fundamental belief systems imprinted into our central nervous system, right? And then we end up spending the rest of our life understanding it and trying to overcome all these freaking codes basically that have been imprinted into our physical body. I feel that that's changing now, though, because we are changing so much as we shift ourselves, right? We shift our lineage. And a lot of people, I'll tell you, a lot of people that I've been doing readings for lately, many of them have yods in their charts. And it's these yods, when you're born with a yod in your chart, it means that you agreed to come into this life carrying a particular burden. And this burden has been carried down in generations in your family. And you are the one that decided, hey, I'm going to be the ugly duckling. I'm going to be the odd one out so that I can take this energy and shift it. And when you shift it within yourself, you actually shift your family. So when you face your own shit, that's what I when my daughter was born, I realized I had all this stuff coming up, and I made it my life purpose and mission to make sure that I do not pass down my traumas onto my daughter. And that is what we all need to focus on doing, the inner work. And I've seen it so many times. Our parents did not have the courage or the strength while they were going through what they went through to face these feelings within themselves, right? So now that we have these opportunities to let this go, we need to make sure that we're staying as centered as possible so that all these deeply embedded ancestral traumas can come up and come through. This is why being still, healing, fasting, or eating super healthy foods, detoxing, like doing combo, doing plant medicines, working with, shamans or therapists or whatever it is that you resonate with, right? Getting an astrology reading or having a coaching session or joining a community of like-minded people. All these things are therapies. All these things help connect these dots. It's like right now, basically the universe just dumped like a 10,000 piece puzzle on our laps. Like, okay, here's your new vision for the new age. Figure it out, right? And everybody is trying to figure it out their own way. Some people are like, are you serious? Some people are like, okay, let's get it. Some people run away and get somebody else to help them. What is it that you do with this puzzle is the question you need to ask, right? And DNA is constantly changing. No, that is not accurate. DNA does not change. DNA is a constant. DNA can activate, can open up, but DNA it does not change. Okay, the environment in our lives change. Okay, our microbiome changes. Okay, but DNA does not change. It only changes if we manipulate it or modify it, which you do not want to modify your DNA. And that is exactly what I will say, establishment has been doing, is trying to modify our DNA, genetically modified organism. That's what a GMO is, right? They're trying to do that to us as much as they can so they can stop our DNA from activating. Why do you think that is? Because these powers that be are afraid of us realizing how fucking powerful we really are. And you know what? Too late, because it's happening, right? But if I don't have kids, does it matter about my DNA? Yes, of course it does. Just because you don't have kids doesn't mean that your DNA is any different. It's just DNA is DNA. It stays the same, okay? And you don't want to be a GMO. That's why you don't want to eat GMO foods, because you know what? It doesn't know how to interact or talk to, communicate with your DNA. That's why it causes so many problems in the body, okay? Genetically modified anything is no good. And that is why all these things are coming out. Look, we're going to start to do microbotanists or urban botanists are going to start to be popping up everywhere. growing their own food. People are going to start to create communities where we're going to start to grow our own food that are all natural, and going back to basics, going back to how the indigenous people did it. We learned a lot from, indigenous people. And it's so interesting to see how all these lessons from indigenous people are coming in and spread all over the world in these last decade or so, right? Because we need these skills now coming in. We're going to be blending the indigenous aspects of humanity with these new technologically advanced aspects of humanity. It's a beautiful merging as long as the intention is positive, right? So yes, exactly. Naturally nurtured now. Exactly. Right. Slides yoga clean your DNA. Thank you for answering. I don't know what slides yoga mean. So does yoga clean your DNA? There is no cleaning. No, I think you have a misunderstanding of what DNA is. You may want to do some more research on that. So DNA is just, it is what it is. Like the only way to do it is like through CRISPR technology, or like you have to go into the DNA. They're made of proteins, right? So you have to actually go into the DNA and actually modify it like on purpose, with something that has proteins that are out of alignment with the proteins of DNA. So basically you have to take something that's inorganic or synthetic, and mix it in there, and then it just fucks up how the DNA communicates with other things. That's why anything that's alive and that has not been tampered with is not genetically modified, which means it's in alignment with the human body. That's why nutrition is so important. Okay. So stay away from GMOs, stay away from, okay, take care of yourself with nutrition. There are so many ways to heal the body and take care of yourself in this day and age. And I'm going to start to show you guys some really cool shit, not just a microscopy, but also I've teamed up with a dear friend of mine that's a chiropractor and has all these cool biohacking things in her office. And we're working with oxygen hyperbaric therapy, ozone therapy, PRP, stem cells, red light therapy, sound lounge therapy. And combining these with other things, nebulized glutathione, NAD IV infusions, NAD mixed with ketamine infusions. These things are so healing and so healthy. And what's really cool is that we're going to be able to look at the blood before and look at the blood after and see exactly what happens on the cellular level to make you better. Not only that, looking at the blood, you can see literally, you can see into the consciousness, you can see everything. And when you see it on a TV, because we pull this shit up on a TV, I'm going to start showing you guys next week. When you see this on a TV, your mind will be blown, because now you see it, you have to take responsibility for it. And it will change your life, right? Do I think the old things have changed our DNA like the ones for rebels? And well, yes, in other ways though, more through the adjuvants and through the heavy metals. Not these new ones are super extra scary. Right? Stem cells. Yes. Stem cells are I mean, they can basically heal anything. I'll talk more on stem cells when I'm getting more into the microscopy, because that's a whole different deep subject in itself. But stem cells are the new thing. I mean, you can literally grow organs. It's you can cure anything with that. Right? So big things coming through. All right, big time. All right, so let's see. Now we're on to December 5th. All right, and Moon is going to be sitting in Leo that day. We have now Jupiter at 27 degrees, okay? And on the, let's see, when is Saturn? On December 7th, we have Saturn going into 29 degrees. And Jupiter will be at 27 degrees. So, and then Mars will also be at 18 degrees. Chiron will be back to 4 degrees, where it will stop to go direct. Okay. And then of course we have Venus in the third decan of Scorpio. So once we get into the second week of December, it's going to feel like this just gets an uptick. Whoop, right? And the intensity and the reality and the holy fuck, we're going to be going a little bit faster, a little more, like, let's go. let all this ego shit go. Let go of things that no longer serve you. You're just going to have to just let it take you. Okay. This energy is going to be so powerful that it's just going to pull you into the future. You do not want to try to force anything right now. Listen to your body with food, nutrition. Listen to your body with what kind of therapy and healing you need to do. Listen to your body and let it teach you. And if you want to understand more about that, okay, download my free ebook on my website. It's called oh man, I forgot what the freaking first word of my book was. Decrypting the language of the human body. Man, I had a brain fart. Okay, decrypting the language of the human body. This is where the body speaks to us, right? And so I've made it my life's work. It's a very short, like 38-page book on identifying the emotional components of the physiological pains and imbalances in the body, okay? Decrypting the language of the human body. Download it for free. Once you put your name and your email address in there, it'll download right to your device, okay? And when you do this, you can just read it on there. It'll give you some very pertinent information to what's going on right now. Okay, check it out. Plus, it'll put you on my mailing list so you can see what's going on with the community and all my videos and all my specials and stuff that I got going out there. So check that out too. All right. But overall, guys, oh shit, I just noticed something else too. So on December 5th, we have Black Moon Lilith now moving in to Gemini. It has been going back and forth between Aries and Taurus for the last year. Very interesting. So by the 7th, it's going to be at 4 degrees of Gemini. So what does this mean? This is going to be interesting. So this means that this is part of our like rebellious energy. This is like that like, fuck you, you're not going to tell me what to do. I got this and I'm going to make shit happen. But also it's our Kundalini energy. It's our sexual energy coming up that, oh yeah, like you think that you can do this better? I'm going to show you kind of attitude. This is a very subtle but rebellious, like, what's up? Let's go. Let's see what you got, right? But used in a productive and positive manner. This is going to be very, very, very positive for having the energy and courage to step into those awkward or scary places that we didn't have the wherewithal to go to before. Not to mention that it's going to be transiting, around the North Node here. Probably, I don't know exactly when yet, but quite possibly sometime this month. I didn't notice that before, so I'm going to look at that. And if that happens, that's going to be like, it's this rebellious attitude is just going to get lit. That's probably where we're going to see like a lot of people fighting back, a lot of people standing up for their cause, a lot of people, like a whole new revolution. Like that shit is bringing on the revolution for sure. All right. Aligned, no more rewind. The past is officially left behind. Be a good courage, face forward, welcome new energy into your space. I love that. That's beautiful. All right. All right, Adam. Yeah, there you go, man. So very exciting and very emotionally charged and evolutionary forward-moving energy coming in this week. That's going to be changing us forever. We're still on the, it's sort of like we're in the nucleus, but we're still on the outside of the nucleus. We're going to hit the center of it on the 21st. Okay, so this is building us up in a very, very deep and profound way to December 21st. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself in every possible way that you can. All right. And take care of the people that you love and the people that want to come with you, but they have to do their own work. Make sure that they are doing what they need to do. Do not carry them. Do not try to do it for them. All right. That is where you're going to fuck yourself up. Okay. So, I thank you guys so very much. Again, I want to remind you guys that Thursday, 2 p.m., I sent out an email blast, but Thursday, 2 p.m. will be the Zoom meeting for the Opportunity Community. 40% off for astrology readings, okay, for another couple weeks. Make sure you jump on that now. Tell your friends and bring all your friends. Check this out. Get this out. Share it to as many people as you can. Like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. We need to get this information out to as many people as possible, okay? I love you guys so very much. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. I got some dry skin on my lip, apparently. And I'm also gonna send you guys out. This fucking tattoo is just magic. I love it. I'm so impressed. So I'll be putting her name and information out there pretty soon. All right. I love you guys. Have a